So this is one of those mid-workout stream of consciousness posts that you do. And this one is grounded in a conversation I had with a buddy of mine who just left his job about a couple months ago, is an entrepreneur, and just hit that oh shit moment. But here's the thing I want to say just off the bat. For any of you that end up going on your own, or you're thinking about going on your own, one of the biggest things that people kind of tell you in a roundabout way, but they're not flat out, is you need to expect a lot of resistance. You need to expect this to be more like farming than anything else. It's gonna take 2 to 4 years, sometimes more, for anything you do to take off. And you absolutely have to expect that most people aren't gonna understand what you're doing or why you're doing for a while. And beyond a point, that doesn't really matter. When I left strength and conditioning and I started Art of Coaching, which is all about communication and the intersection of anything related to relationships, entrepreneurship, and leadership, I had no shortage of people telling me I was dumb. I also had no shortage of people saying, hey, you're gonna try to make a business off improving how people communicate. Most people think they're already good enough. How are you gonna address people that, they've already had success in their jobs? I mean, pretty simple. It doesn't matter if you've had success in your jobs. Who amongst us is perfect at communicating in our relationships with our spouse, with our partners, with our kids, with ourselves? That's what we do, right? And we also aren't trying to attract everybody. We put information out there about why we think everybody should train in communication and get that feedback and try to become better people. But I think that's pretty self-evident if you look at society, why we'd want that. There's echo chambers, there's tribalism, there's a lot of Dunning-Kruger out there. So it's pretty clear. But whatever your version of that is, you're just gonna have to treat it like farming. There's gonna be some years you do everything right and the crop, it doesn't come out the way that you want. There's no harvest. There's gonna be other times where you feel like you're failing miserably, and then you're gonna have success at a rate that you couldn't expect. But absolutely, very rarely is any of that ever gonna happen in a year. So expect to feel lonely, expect to feel misunderstood, expect to feel alienated, frustrated. It's also completely normal if your friends call you and act like you have some kind of terminal disease because you decided to go out on your own. But the thing is we all have to learn different skills. We all have to be able to bet on ourselves. We all have to have self-reliance. So whether you go out on your own or not, right, this is really just about taking risks, believing in what you do, and being steadfast in that. And ultimately, the people that believe in that will follow you. They'll support you. But you have to expect resistance. You need to plan on it taking 3 to 4 to 5 times longer than you think. If it happens sooner, God bless you, that's awesome, but nothing lasts forever. Persist. If myself or my team can ever help any of you learn from our mistakes, shoot me a DM. We have all kinds of programs to help people grow as entrepreneurs, to help people grow as leaders, to help people grow as people, and we're not ashamed to share our mistakes. All right, talk to you soon.